What up? What up?
All right, what's going on? What's
Man,
going
you
on?
got it, Playboy. Talk to me, man.
What's good with you? How's everybody? Welcome to the stream.
Yes, yes.
My name is Leo. Welcome to Watch Your Mouth.
And I'm your boy John Robinson. Watch your mouth. This is a show inspired by hip hop, celebrating the hip hop culture. And it's just gonna be your everyday variety of just talking shit, getting down with the get down, and man, barbershop talk. Y'all know how you do. If you got your haircut, you know what it is about.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, we just here. We live with y'all. We out here. We're just gonna ask. Feel free to ask questions. We're gonna ask questions. I might ask questions. I might answer them. But we got two hosts for two perspectives. I
Yep.
might not know, but he might. That's all y'all need
Right.
to know.
That's right. That's some scary shit we doing. If I don't know, you don't know. We just gonna we gonna be winging
Hey, you know that, and we're gonna figure it out. All right, we're gonna figure it out. Find one way or another.
it. Right.
So
So
it,
so Leo, let's introduce ourselves, man. So people that don't know us or not too familiar with us, they can get a little familiar. If you don't mind starting, go ahead and let people know who you are, Playboy.
Okay, my name is Leo from born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. I'm a music aficionado. I've been out the loop for a little bit, but hey, that should make for an interesting show because I'm sure that you haven't. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm just here, just born and raised Chicagoan, just you know, nightlife, nightlife entrepreneur, if you want to call it
Yeah.
that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, pretty cut and dry. I'm a simple man, not that
Yeah.
complex.
Hey, when you walk up to somebody and be like, "Hey, man, where the party at? Or where the girls at?"
Oh
Leo really
man,
know. Just so y'all understand this, dude. Leo knows where the party at, and Leo
man.
be knowing where them girls at. Sometimes they be with him. So I'm gonna tell you.
Hey, we share the wealth around here.
There
But yeah,
you go.
man, I mean, sometimes you gotta know where the party at, and where the party's at, the music's at, and where the music's at, the artists are at. So it kind of it's a full circle. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
the industry ain't that big. That's another thing about Chicago. It's a small city.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people think we're really, really big. We're really not. We're actually
Yeah, that's true.
pretty small city. You
That's
know.
true.
So yeah.
Nah, well, I'm your boy, John Robinson. I pretty much I live and breathe hip hop. I'm an actor. Um, I pretty much I just man I go where the entertainment is. I've been rocking with B side for some years now, and we bubbling, man. Maurice is doing his thing. He putting all the pieces in place, and this is just the beginning of something beautiful from what I have been able to witness and hear of things that's going on. You're going to see different things coming from the B side brand, and I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Glad to have you here.
Uh,
Glad to have
yeah,
you here.
yeah,
Well,
um,
this is our intro show, right?
yeah.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, where you want to take it? What we got on the
Well,
docket?
I was looking down what our boy had down. We gonna go. What up, Martha? What
Martha, what
up?
up?
Happy belated birthday again. I gotta
It's your
say what's
birthday.
up to my girl, man. She's one of the most beautiful souls out there. She's just an awesome person. So, Martha, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Before I go any further, what I'm saying? What up, Nikki? I gotta represent my boy Chris and Carmela, Inglewood. Inglewood, what up?
Hey,
Woo woo! Holla
let
at
them
your boy,
know.
man. So
Let
look,
them know.
yeah. So we got a setup where we gonna be doing things like talking about artists. We're gonna be doing our takes on new albums. We're gonna be
Mm.
doing things like speaking. As a matter of fact, I got a couple today. This day on hip hop, people like that. It's we at the point now in hip hop where we got history. We got
Oh yeah,
we can look back on stuff. There's
yeah.
significant dates in the in the world that we can look back on. We're gonna be doing album for album. What up, Carmela? Yeah, we're gonna be doing album for album. We do Leo. He gonna come up with something. I'm gonna come up with something. We're gonna be trying to figure out what justifies the album that we pick being the better. Or
Mm.
we might just talk about an album that was good and then an album that was trash, and we just gonna shit on that album. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it could be. I mean, damn.
Oh, what do you say? What do you think the best Ice Cube song ever? Let me help you. Ooh, You on the right path. You're on the right path. I mean, you thinking, not to get off the subject, but he talked about Cube. That's one of my favorite artists. So Colorblind is one of the coldest crew songs. One of the coldest crew songs. But I gotta say, Q's coldest song would probably be somewhere with No Vaseline and My Summer Vacation.
Man.
That's my pick.
All right, see, I break that into two categories. Categories because there was the NW. Are we talking NWA Ice Cube or are we talking solo Ice Cube? Because if we talking Ice Cube and he was with NWA, I gotta say Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah.
Straight Outta Compton. But I'm assuming you asking about the solo. If we're talking solo, then for me personally, I like It Was a Good Day. That's just me. Solo Ice Cube.
That's a classic.
Or check yourself.
Yeah.
So that solo, but we talking as a group, we talking NWA Ice Cube, Straight Outta Compton, because he's just, like that cruise shit is so like powerful. You see it like it's like the Avengers. They came out that motherfucker like, all right, cool. On your left, and then just Eazy-E's coming out and Dre's coming out. Straight Outta Compton's like, bam, Ice Cube just came in like but
yeah. See, and I think it would be fair just to go to solo because, like you said, they were like, it's not. I mean, just the fact that they were a groundbreaking group.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard to say, hey, this was the favorite because everything they did was like the blueprint to what we see now. So
right, correct, yeah. I just think he came up with so much viciousness out on that verse, and then but then It Was a Good Day was so more chill. Like, yeah, look, I'm hardcore, I'm this and that, but it's a good day today, so I'm gonna chill.
Absolutely. No, It Was a Good Day. Like I said, it's a classic. Nobody can deny that song. That song is that's gonna be one of those songs that live on. Everybody's gonna know that song. Our grandchildren are gonna know that song. It's gonna be in commercials when we older. It'd be like, oh, you remember that? Thank you, sir. Thank you, Chris.
There you go.
So we're gonna also, from my understanding, we're gonna be talking about because Versus, it took over once the pandemic hit. That phenomenon took off. We're going to actually be covering Versus and doing post commentary. So I think that's going to be fun. That's going to be really fun. I think that's going to be something that we could definitely take to different places.
Right.
We're going to be covering Record of the Month. We're going to do hip hop news. There's a lot of stuff happening now. I mean, man, shout out to A$AP Rocky, man. Hey. More power and prayers to you, bro. I know you ain't listening to this shit, but I'm gonna still say it. You got stuff like that. I mean, hip hop is the culture right now. Hip hop is pop culture. So we got a lot to go. Bar for bar, that's gonna be the one. I see, just kind of like how Chris did, and I appreciate Chris for that. Bar for bar, it says, from what artist and that you want to acknowledge, bar for bar. That's gonna be a good one, man. I mean, we could go anywhere with that.
Right.
So I mean, it's gonna be a lot of stuff happening, but I think that what's gonna make it really fun is the participation of those listening. That's gonna make it really fun. That's gonna give us the creative ability to make something special with this show.
Right. Yeah, so y'all let us know too. I mean, we here to talk. We talking. We could go off script. If you're watching right now, just feel free to type something in. Just be like, hey, look, what y'all think about this? What y'all think about that? It ain't just our show. Our show. We're here for y'all too. So
that's right. That's right. This is a virtual cipher.
Right.
So, man, I can tell you this. Speaking of Ice Cube, man, I was just listening. Man, I can tell you what his coldest verse is. I don't know his song. I can tell you what his coldest verse is. Grand Finale. The first verse on Grand Finale. I don't know why anybody went after him. Me and my guy Tony, shout out to Tony Weatherspoon, Teaspoon. We talk about that all the time. We don't know what the hell was the rest of NWA thinking by going after Cube on Grand Finale. That is one of the more complete rhymes coming out of the West ever. I'll say that. I mean, I'll say that ever. When I'm gone, you think I left you all, but I stand your ass like cholesterol? Come on, man. And he was saying that shit in '89.
Right. I mean, a lot of the rappers from back then, the punch, like, it was a different breed of rappers. Man, everything, like nowadays, the times change, music changes, but back then it's just you had to end everything on just that cliffhanger, that stab
Yeah.
that made people freeze and be like, did he just say that?
Uh-huh.
Damn, he
Yeah.
just said that, and that sticks with you, that sticks with you. But no, I agree. I mean, there was a lot of things said in that whole era. He's from an era where, man, it wasn't just delivery; it had to be the punchline too.
Absolutely.
Man, and those punchlines. I mean, Ice Cube. I mean, all those guys, man. Everyone, Jesus, that was the stuff,
Exactly, man.
man.
I mean, and we got to be fair. I want to shed a little spotlight on the East too, man, because I mean, shit, man, they came, they laid the real groundwork. I mean,
Right.
ain't no mistake in that. I don't know who would even think different. Like we got, I mean, for that time frame, I'm not just gonna stick. We're not gonna just always talk about the older years, but for that time frame, I just had a debate with Tony. Again, we was trying to figure out what was Rakim's coldest verse. Yeah. Yeah.
Oof. I mean, at that point, I think.
See?
I mean, yeah, at that point, you just pick anything. You know what I mean? Like he's Rakim's the GOAT. He's this man. He laid the
Exactly.
groundwork. You know what I mean? Like he just laid I mean, he was one of the founders. In my perspective, he's one of the founders. You grow up. I mean, what hip hop? I mean, technically is about what 40 something years old. Arguably,
It's about to be 50 years. 50
yeah, 40,
years.
50, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean, yeah, I mean, it's still a young art form, I mean,
Yeah.
or music form, I had 50 years. I mean, you going up against rock and roll has been around how long? You going up against classical music has been around ages. Here comes hip hop. I'm 50 years old now. He's like that that guy on the hip hop is like the uncle on the rocking chair in the front porch right now. Watching all the kids play, I'm like, fuck y'all doing over there? You know what I mean? Like, but I mean, no, I mean, Rakim comes from the era. That's. I mean, they established that. That was
right.
It was still trying to figure itself out. And he's the one of the few people that made it seem like, all right, this is a thing. This is a movement. Him and KRS-One and all those other guys. Like, man, they made it the force that it was. The people after that just refined it.
Yep.
But as far as his coldest verse, man, I don't even know, bro.
Hey, you see Maurice what he said? That was a cold ass song. That was a cold ass story. Thank you, Butcher D. Summer Vacation. That was man. I don't know anybody that could. All right, I don't know anybody that could sit in a room, just listen to that song, and not see the picture that he was painting in Summer Vacation. That song, that was a gangster story tale all day long. Yeah. I could see everything.
Ooh, Tribe Called Quest.
Ooh, yeah. And Griselda and built themselves a pretty nice team, man. They built themselves. They built themselves a following. They are forced to be reckoned with.
Yeah, and it's crazy too because you don't see that many groups anymore. It's usually one person from a squad. You know what I mean? It's very rare to get the whole squad. I mean, Amigos, I think, did a great job. They got all three of them are equally. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's not that often that you see that Tribe Called Quest mentality. Like, all right, look, there's 5 of us. Tribe Called Quest, Jurassic 5. They're like, all right, look, there's plenty of us. Pick one. You're gonna catch it regardless. And now you got like Griselda and all this other stuff. You got
Griselda. I mean, Griselda got my guy Chris, and Chris from the West. They got him repping Buffalo. He want to watch the Buffalo Bills nowadays. He said, "Fuck the Raiders. We watch Buffalo." I mean, they have their own. They got their own I don't want to say their movement. That's the
Right.
only way. That's the only way to call it, for lack of a better term. They have a movement, and
Yeah.
what they're and it's hard to deny the fact that they're reaching back and getting that vibe, that gritty '90s vibe that they bring in. I mean that and we all know that's the golden era. You know,
Right.
they're not to shit on anybody else's era, but
Right.
the '90s was. I mean, you could have, see, Buffalo did it.
Yup.
See,
Yep.
you can grab anything out of the '90s and put it with something. You had you could have a Jay-Z rapping with Busta Rhymes, or you
Right.
could have LL rapping with Cube. Like it was that just was a era where hip hop was like, it was raw, and it was like, put it together any way you want, and that shit gonna still come out dope.
Everybody was good. Everybody was good.
Yeah.
You know what? The '90s hip hop was like the Marvel universe,
Mm-hmm.
right? You could pick somebody, and they might not be able to beat the next person, but they got some superpower that makes it stands out.
Yeah.
You know, if you got a ton of rappers from the '90s, and maybe even one could argue like the 2000s, because I feel like after the 2000s, I'm not gonna say anything was bad, but I feel like compared then to now, hip hop is just redefining itself. You know what I mean? It's trying to figure things out. You know, I'm not saying it's bad now. I'm just saying it's different. You know, kind of like you. So when people say grab anything from the '90s or the golden era, you can literally take physical gold and make something else from it.
Right.
You know, you can make a different metal from it. You can make something else from it. And I feel like a lot of the artists these days are taking things from that era and trying to put their new personality. And it's like having kids, you know, your kids, they're your kids, they come from you, but you something different, you know, like, well, he got that from his mama. Or that, oh, that's all me. He's got my eyes, or whatever. He got my attitude. But you get what I'm saying? So, but you're right. Like in the '90s, you couldn't grab. Oh, well, I mean, I'm sure you could grab a bad rapper. You know, that's another conversation.
You could. There was some out there.
Right. Yeah, there was a couple bad ones, but you know, they're not that memorable to the point where they're outshined by the greatness of their time. You know, there's so many good ones. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you got the guys from the '90s that were doing what they're doing, and then bred the 2000 guys, you know, the Cannabis and all these other guys that just turned into monsters. Then the 2006 came. Now you got Eminem. Now you got all these other raw lyricists. They're like, all right, we're gonna take the '90s stuff. We're gonna make it fiercer. You know, like it started into like, damn, these guys don't stop. These guys are scary. You know, like because you know, I mean, but there was a ferocity in the '90s. You had a huge pool of different types of rappers. You had the feel good rappers, you had the knowledge rappers, you had the battle rappers or the fierce rappers, and then you had your hustlers, you had your street music. You know, 2000 came along. Now you got separate categories. You know, it's like you start a business. You got the accounting department, you got accounts payables, you got HR. You know what I mean? So you got the sales department. You know what I mean? Now you're like, oh shit, who's this guy or this girl or whatever.
Everything is now just it's just evolved from that, man.
Right. So I'm interested to see where hip hop is gonna go. You know what I mean? Like a lot of, because hip hop then, or music, like rap in general, right? Not just hip hop, but music back then was so, in my opinion, there was so much good music. You had gangster rap was good. You had like actual hip hop, you know, like hip hop. It was good. You know what I mean? Like you had this mishmash, like Linkin Park rock rap. Yeah. It was good. You know, you had your East Coast, West Coast. It was good. You know, you had your
going. That's when you knew it was going places.
Right.
You're right, man. When you knew, like when you saw that mashup, it was like hip hop is here. It just planted its roots. And yeah, you're right.
And then you know, and then you had these pioneers. You know, you had Gucci Mane, but you had Tribe Called Quest. You had Jay-Z, but you had, you know, all these other artists that were just killing. And then the TIs come along, and now you're like, man, okay, this is a thing.
Yep.
This is a thing. This is, oh my God. Wherever you go, it's powerful. East Coast, down south, West Coast, man, middle coast. It don't matter where you go. It was powerful wherever you went. Wherever you went in the United States around that time, in the US, it was just, you met with a force to be reckoned with. And now I feel like it's a redefinition right now. People are going back and be like, now wait a minute. You know, let's try something new. You know, and some people like it and some people don't. So now I feel like now it's like this great divide where it's like, okay, well, we want, it's like the Kanye, like we want the old Kanye. Well, some people are like, well, we want the old hip hop.
Right.
And some people are like, all right, well, and then you got the people in the middle, like, well, we got to change. I want it too, but we got to see where it's going. And then you got the people that are only about right now. They don't know who you can't, a lot of places you can't be like, well, KRS-One, who?
Right.
You
But
know?
I was in that podcast with Jess. I was just saying that I respect the new rap.
Mhm.
I ain't gonna say it's the new rap. I respect the evolution of
Right.
rap because it's
Yeah.
all still hip hop.
Right.
I respect that evolution. It don't mean I gotta try to like get the pom poms and rock with it just to say I'm hip hop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't
Yeah,
have to do that, but
yeah.
I do respect it. I do listen. There's some songs that I catch on to, and shit, it's just like they had to let us do our thing. We gotta let the people that's trying to push the flag do their thing, man.
You know what? And I gotta add to that. So okay. So here's the thing, right? With the music now, I feel like you go to an art museum. All right, you go to an art museum and you walk in and you go to see the exhibit that you wanted to see. You trying to see, I don't know, Van Gogh, right? I'm here to see Van Gogh, and that's my guy, and bam, I'm here to see that. But then you go to the next exhibit, and you're like, all right, look, I don't really necessarily like Cubism.
Right.
But all right, tell me about it. What's up? Okay, well, I like this painting. You know what I mean? So I feel like as an artist, you got to understand that there's always different movements. When I was growing up, what we have, well, I was still a baby, but we had disco, and some people was like, "What is this garbage? What is this crap?" You have people with the collars popped, and talking about, oh, this is a jam. You had people in the movies doing this thing, And then the 80s come along. Now you got people breakdancing. People are like, what? This is garbage. What is this crap? And then now in 2000, now even to this day, where's disco? But hip hop's still here.
Hip hop is still here, man.
Now, okay, you could argue, well, okay, disco turned into house music. All right, well, okay, you can argue that, right? But the variants are still here. So if you telling me I'm the type of person, you take me to the buffet, I'm gonna try everything and I'm gonna enjoy it because to me it's still food. I came hungry, I'm gonna try everything. Right. So for me as an artist, sure, I grew up in what people consider like the founding era, the golden era. But I like me some Megan Thee Stallion. I like me some Lil Baby.
Yes.
I like me some Key Glock. But because you gotta take it for what it is. It's when people start saying, "Oh, but he ain't rocking." Man, you ain't come here to. If you turn that on, you ain't here to listen to that. Yep. If I'm asking you for sushi, you take me to an Italian restaurant. I can't be mad because I agreed to go.
Right.
So I think people got to look at it like that. Just because something's in your face all the time, just because McDonald's in my face in the commercial, don't mean I got to eat there.
That don't mean, man. I wish people would just grasp that concept.
Right. So you got to take it for what it is. You got to take it for what it is. You got these new schoolers coming out, right? And they're like, all right, you got Kodak Black doing this thing. This you can't knock on them. They're doing their thing. They ain't coming at Eminem. They ain't coming at I mean these are battle rappers, but as a real MC, you also can't be like, well, they doing that thing. Kids playing in the sandbox. You gotta be like, all right, well, let's see what they build first before you go knocking down. There you go, Big Daddy Kane. You can't go up to somebody that listens to Lil Durk and be like, what you know about Big Daddy Kane?
Right. And Big Daddy Kane is one of the greats. I mean, man. He not only could he out rap you. What up, Steve? Not only could he out rap you, he'd take your bra. He'd take your girl.
Yeah, that's that pimp rap.
That's not even a lie. That's not even a far-fetched idea.
No, it's not.
But my guy Chris said Isaiah Rashad and Baby Kim. Yeah.
Baby Kim, yeah.
Baby Keem, they are. The Isaiah Rashad, he pushing some limits that's beyond rap though. I saw that video, bro. He's doing a little bit more than pushing hip hop right now, cuz. So we go keep that all G. Right. So look,
I was just gonna bring that up.
Bad Bunny is doing his thing.
I was just gonna say that.
Bad Bunny is a movement. And what up, Teresa? Holla at me.
What's up, Teresa?
So, but no, like I was saying that there's been various groups, various artists that are pushing hip hop in their own way, and I mean, you can't help but to respect it. I mean, it would get old and tired, and hip hop would die if it would have stayed the same. That's my thought.
Right. Listen, hip hop is a highway, and as a movement or as a culture, whatever you want to call it, it's always under construction. And we always adding lanes. one lane's one speed limit, another one's a speed limit. Hip hop is a highway. That's the way I see it. Born and
Yeah.
raised in Chicago, I see MCs. I've seen battle rappers. I've seen trap rappers. I've seen all types of rappers, and everybody move at their own pace, and everybody move at their own lane, and everybody talk about what they experienced, and everybody talk. So if you look at it from that perspective, it's all respect. I can't. There's things that I would never rap about because I never lived that. You know what I mean? But just because I haven't lived that doesn't mean I'm gonna knock somebody who has. I'm be like, damn, that's real stuff. Let me listen. It's a conversation, but you do it with your ears. You make a song about something that you live, but I never lived it. But I might want to listen because I'm living vicariously through your song.
Absolutely.
I never lived half the stuff that Too Short lived, but I like his music.
Exactly.
I know what his favorite word is.
And to your point, right? No, and to your point, man, I'm gonna tell you a quick story. Then this just happened recently, man. I was visiting in Mississippi with my brothers, Bam and Bert, and we was at they Kim folks' house. And man, I mean, I don't dislike I love South rap, but I listen to whatever is featured on whether it's like Sirius XM or if it's something I catch.
Yeah.
Man, I never thought in my life that I would see a situation where I was sitting down and Young Dolph came on. I think the song was 100 Shots.
Yeah.
I never even told them this. This is something that I watched and I thought from the grown-ups to the kids, and I ain't judging. Kids shouldn't have been knowing these damn raps, but from the grown-ups to the kids, they was singing that song word for word. And the only thing I could do is just sit there and be like, shit, hip-hop is fucking taking over. Hip-hop is life now.
Right.
Like the thing, like that we was somewhere and they was rapping like we would have been sitting around rapping Big Daddy Kane, or if we'd have been rapping My Philosophy, or we'd have been doing that was their moment. This is their moment, man. I saw that and I was just like, the only thing I can think is, damn, hip hop is the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hip hop is everywhere. I mean, it's the only thing that's been mainstream for as long as it has. I mean, you got more stations playing hip hop and its variations than you do almost any other art form. I mean, yeah, you can find a radio station for Beethoven or rock and roll or whatever you want to do, but hip hop is just it's still there. It's still there, and it's not showing any signs of slowing down. I mean, it might change a bit, but hold on. Chris says, I think the fact that us older cats can't appreciate some of the new stuff is an indication that the kids are onto something. We aren't supposed to get them. It's for them. There you go.
That was a damn good point.
But to add to that, what I will add, Chris, is that if you are an OG and you can appreciate and you can rock with the kids, you just broke a barrier, because that's that generational gap. That's where y'all kids. My uncles growing up. They listen to Spanish music. And you tell them about Bad Money now, they're like, you kids is lost. That's not real music. That's where you create the divide. But every now and then, like you go to Lollapalooza downtown, you might catch some 50, 60-year-old guy rocking. He's doing his thing, not hurting nobody, not bothering nobody, but man, he out there. And it might be a newer artist, but I think for the people to add to that, Chris, I think for the people that can break that barrier and be like, you know what, I like Big Daddy Kane, but this Young Dolph is he's dope, rest in peace. But if he's doing his thing, I mean, I think you just broke that barrier. You broke that generational gap. Now you got another access to a new group of people, to a new market if you're an artist, or just a new community if you're just a regular person.
And then on the other side of that coin, and I'm glad what up? Hey yo, my fam, man. There you go. He in the building, man. Hey, you got people from the South that they evolved, but they took some of the past with them. They took some of what we came up on. Like, for example, a J. Cole, or my cousin right now, B. Dot. He on right now. The way they do, he's from Kentucky, but you wouldn't know that if you would just listen to his music. Yeah. Just like with J. Cole, you wouldn't know that he was from North Carolina if you listen to his music, because you thinking, and when you think South, you think Master P, Young Dolph, Cash Money. You thinking that, but you got people out there that's really pushing those bars, and that's the beauty of it. That's what I'm saying. It's the beauty. It's one of those things where it's like some people, you got some evolutions of hip hop that we can rock with, that it's familiar to us, so it's easier for us to kind of like it. Like it's got that nostalgic feel, so we feel attached to it. And then you have some they're pushing different boundaries, and it's like a punch in the mouth, and we got to figure out, did we like that, or was that something that I could rock with? And then you can, if in some cases you can, if you find the right shit.
I feel like as far as music goes, you also got to stand. If we're basing it off the argument you were saying, not argument, but the understanding that it's about 50 years old. For hip hop itself, hip hop rap, let's just call it rap, right? For rap to change and transform into as many forms as it has in 50 years, damn. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot. I think hip hop is one of the most dynamic rap is one of the most dynamic forms of music, because it's gone through so many changes and so many categories in such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you went from the first rap song. I forgot the name of it. I know it. I forgot what it was. I think it was Mr. Wizard or something. I don't know, whatever. But the first rap song, right?
Okay.
And then that transformed to like, all right, well, New York got a hold of it. All right, the South got a hold of it.
Yeah.
Right. The West Coast got a hold of it. The Midwest got a hold of it.
Yeah.
And now you got this morphine entity that you can't put a finger on, because every time you try to define it, it keeps changing.
It morphs. Yep. It changes. It moves.
Every time they try to put rap in a box,
yep,
it breaks out of it. You can't contain it.
That's that survival. That's that survival mentality.
Right. Rap itself, it's literally music survival instinct.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you look at it that way, and you see the artists that back it up, one thing always remains the same. Every artist is hungry and consistent.
True.
You know, and I'm talking about the ones like not
the ones that blow up beyond the stratosphere. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You know, and it's the same thing every time. And you know, and it's funny because you relate. I was talking to somebody about this the other day, and we're talking about how hip hop or rap itself, but in its nature is resilient. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. Oh, 50 years old. Let's go. Let's start this new school. You know, you got some people who are like, all right, well, this person isn't delivering, or this person isn't doing that. Yeah, but what about all the other ones? You got more people delivering and doing bigger things than the ones who aren't. And that's why I don't get stressed when somebody says, oh, well, this artist is whack, or this is a
right.
I'm not gonna focus on that. I'm gonna focus on who's killing.
You're gonna focus on the good, right?
Right. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. That's it.
Larry says, I don't think lyric-based, street-based hip-hop will never go anywhere. The ones that come in with the bars are the ones who last.
That's true.
And to add to that, I agree, Larry, and I'm gonna add to that. But it's not just the lyrics, because you always, one thing I've learned is, as an artist myself, you gotta vibe with your producer.
Yeah.
Because I've heard some artists that are powerful a cappella, like Cannabis is amazing. Rakim is amazing. You know, KRS-One is amazing. But then you got some artists who are just like, damn, the beat was just as dangerous as the lyrics itself. So I think if you really want to like stand the test of time, yeah, of course, 100%. Make sure that the delivery's there. Make sure the lyrics are there. Make sure the tenacity and the personality is there. But man, you got to wrap it up in a nice package and be like, all right, well, this is the beat I go on.
Right.
You know, because I've heard some songs where I'm just like, damn, the lyrics don't match the beat, or the beat's better than the lyrics, or sometimes the music video is better than the song. You
know who's notorious for that, but he's found a way to, as we said, the survival instinct. Nas.
Oh man,
Nas is one of those rappers that his lyrics they pretty much carry the beat, like, because some of the beats that he got. I'm not trying to shit on, because you got some talented producers that do other beats, that have done beats for other people. So maybe he's just picking some off beats, but he's had songs where it's like you couldn't help but listen to the lyrics because the beat wasn't really matching with what he was saying. Like, it wasn't as far as like the beat wasn't as tough as his lyrics.
Right.
And then you had some when those songs that matched.
Yeah.
Man,
I think one of the most an example of the beat matching, because Nas has a very prolific voice. You know what I mean? Like when he talks, it's like he's like when you're in a movie and then I don't know, the superhero or the main character, like let's say Neo meets the what was it in the second one, he meets God basically, right? The architect, whatever he calls him, right? Nas reminds me of that. Nas reminds me of the final entity, not the last boss, but the final entity that tells you why you had to go through what you did. You know, and like for character development, right? Yeah. And so Nas reminds me of that. Growing up listening to Nas was always like, all right, kid, listen, this is some real shit. I'm gonna tell you right now. But the best example, the song that stuck with me the most, I think it's called Heaven Was a Mile Away. I think it was off of just the beat was, oh my God, and there was like a singer on it, and I was just like, man, it's complete. It's complete. And just the things he was talking about. And I agree, you know, I mean, every artist, you know, they go through experiment. Common did it too on Electric Circus. He was trying to do something. I'm like, all right, let me see. And let me try it. You know, and everyone's always going to try something. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You know, you don't know. That depends on the team. Sometimes it's not even at their discretion. And they might be, they signed with somebody and said, well, you got to do 2 songs that are out of your element so we can see how they hit. You know, it's a give and take, you know. But I mean, Nas, I think he can get away with that if he did. You know, he's just Nas. You know?
He's not exactly. Yeah, you hit it right. Because he's Nas. It's as simple as that.
Right. He could get away with it. He could be like, you know what? I'm gonna rap over this elevator music and I'm gonna get away with it, and it's still gonna hit because I'm Nas.
You know what's crazy? Like I don't know if I'm going crazy or what, but I had the kids. I didn't take them. We watched it here at home, but we watched the Batman.
And I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet. Spoiler alert! I haven't seen it yet.
No. I ain't gonna say nothing about the movie. It was the theme song.
Okay.
For whatever reason, I could not. I don't know why, but that theme song, I just kept hearing Nas rapping something. That's what I'm saying about Nas. He like you said, elevator music. This motherfucker would come out and just rap to like fucking Growing Pains theme song. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like see, he was Hit Boy now, and that's the difference. You're right, Larry. Like, but look at his past albums. His past albums, I can't really like. I can't put together 10 songs that was like just like boom, 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 like the song outshine Nas. I can't find 10 songs, 10 beats that outshine his lyrics. And and you got a lot of people that they ride off the fact that they're beats.
Right. And also the fact that I think that with Nas also too, he's so smart when it comes to choosing like, all right, well, this is what I want. You know, it's like being a painter and knowing what canvas works for you. Like, look, I paint like this, and this is my paintbrush. If I use this, it's gonna come out all ratchet. If I use this, it's gonna come out smooth. You know, he just knows how to pick a canvas, and that's one of the things I like about Nas. He's like, you know what, I know, you know, A, B, and C, so I'm gonna do this. That's one of the things I've always liked about Nas, because that's why he hits so often.
Absolutely.
You know, he picks a perfect canvas for a lot of things he wants to talk about. Even when he's got like a club song, he just knows how to pick it. He knows how to pick his features. He knows how to pick his song, his producers. I'm like, that's why he's lasted so long.
That's right.
He just knows what he is. I feel like you got to know yourself, you know?
Yeah. So what we going to do in these future, if you think it's cool, bro, what we going to do is we going to set up in the, like on the posts, the Facebook or the Instagram posts, we're going to have Maurice put up different questions or put up different polls for people to tap in on, and then we'll discuss it. I think that the way this went, and I love the participation tonight, that people were actually getting into it and talking.
Yes,
I love this. I think that if we get that going for the week, I think that'll have I think that'll give us something to really like just bite into, like as far as like material, man. I like the way this is going. Right.
No, I agree. So yeah, I mean, if y'all on there, just leave us a comment. Let us know what y'all want to see, what y'all want to hear, what y'all want to talk about. You know, we'll take open questions. And like I said, if I don't know, he might know, and if we both don't know, then we got something to talk about.
We got something to talk about. I want to I want to make sure that we throw out a couple of historic events. Like I found a couple of on this days in hip
All
hop,
right, we're gonna leave this to
significant
you.
ones.
All right, let's hear it.
So so we're gonna go to the historian chapter of Watch Your Mouth. So did anyone know that today in 1992 the LA riots kicked off? That's it. Yeah. That was 1992 today, April 29th, 1992. The LA riots were kicked off due to the verdict, or as some would say, lack thereof,
Right.
of the police that beat Rodney King not getting any type of time. They got off. I mean, there was no way around it. Like, I don't know any other way to say it. They got off on what they
Right,
did.
yeah,
It was
they
on
did. They got
video. I mean, I remember being younger and thinking, as a kid, thinking, damn, if somebody can not get in trouble for doing some shit on video right in front of America, then what in the world are we talking about? Why is there a courts? Like, why is it just us? Is just black people going to jail? Shit, what's going
Right.
on? I remember
Right.
thinking that.
Yeah, that was man, that was a pivotal moment too. That I feel like that bred a lot of music stuff too, because 92, man, music was still like that era, the West Coast era, they still was on the
Yeah.
whole like animosity towards that. That brought a
Yeah,
lot of
absolutely.
I
There
mean,
was a lot.
right, I mean, as it should, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like as it should. I mean, that's the outcry was just,
Yep.
man, come on, you can't do that.
Q pretty much emptied a whole notebook full of raps about
Yeah.
LA riots. That a lot of people don't even think about that, but the Chronic album has a lot of discussion about the LA riots in it.
Oh, the Chronic
That
was
little ghetto
crazy.
boy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a
You
good.
know what I'm saying? Like, and then just some of their skits that they were doing.
Right.
I mean, that was. I mean, you had Ice-T was talking about it. You had a lot of rappers that was touching on that LA riot, or just what was that was going on with the police out in LA. And then just to fast forward, I said all that to fast forward. Look where we're at now. Just think about just last year. What last year?
I hate to say it, how much has changed.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look, and hip hop was entrenched in that. Yeah. Hip hop. We have a culture that they basically have the pulse of our country. And see, the day that they took over off the Chronic. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, thank you, Mark. Like, it was. But then, like I said, you fast forward, and we, like you said, we talking about the same stuff. That's right. I'm telling you, Martha, that it's crazy. Hip hop got a lot of. Hip hop has been around so long that, like I said, there's a lot of significance, and there's a lot of things in our history now that hip hop has had influence on. But like I said, we fast forward to now, and we're looking at a situation where it's saying, "Oh, the police are still getting away with murder." But in this case, things have changed. You know, things are starting to turn a little bit. But yeah, see, don't get up, boy. Like I said, like things are starting to change. But it's those type of things. But also, just a note, we got the birthday. Today is Master P's birthday.
Master P.
Master P.
Master P.
Shout out to Butchie D.
I love Master P, man.
Hey, man, I can't tell you how many
cash money
summers, how many hours we rolled around bumping No Limit, bumping not on No Limit, but Cash Money. Butchie D, man, that man, those were some of the best times of my life, man. Riding around with these dudes, man, just living life, just enjoying hip hop, enjoying our youth.
Cash Money, man. They still here. They still here. They ain't going nowhere.
They ain't going nowhere, man. But yeah,
Cash
Master
Money.
P, man.
Happy birthday, Master P.
Yep.
What does that make him? A Taurus, right? That makes him a Taurus.
Yep.
It's Taurus season. Happy birthday to all the Taurus. Taurus season.
That's right.
In full effect.
May 26th, 1995. No, May 26th, 1994. Outkast's debut album. So this week in hip hop, I tried to expand it to more than just today, but this week, one of the more iconic groups in hip hop. They
Yeah.
bust on the scene.
Yeah.
Look at Jessica. What up, Jess? Na 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 na.
Man, yeah, Master P, man. He's oh man,
Yeah.
Master P is it. I
Yeah,
do.
man. I'm telling you, bro. Like this. So it's just stuff like that, man. Like we just wanted to give y'all a taste of what we're gonna be doing, what's gonna be to come. As we progress, we're gonna sharpen. We're gonna sharpen this brand. We're gonna grow this brand. We're gonna be bringing you more and more stuff. We just ask that y'all come along with us for the ride. We gonna this thing's gonna be pretty nice. I can see it already.
I already believe it.
Yeah. We
already believe it.
We reaching out. We going into the streets. We finding the local acts, hip hop acts. We got we got a couple of people. Well, I got a couple of people I've already talked to. I know Maurice and I have talked. I know Leo. He has his inner circle. That we got an outlet that we to provide people and bring exposure to the local scene. And then we might just grow from there. It might be people outside of our area that might come and just and bless the studio as studio. We're gonna be in another location. This ain't gonna always be the format. We're not gonna always be we gonna be sitting together. We're gonna be somewhere in a location together.
Fluid.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it fluid.
Melissa, what up? What up, Melissa?
What's up, Melissa? How are you?
But man, I know you got to run shortly, man. So I don't want to, because I could talk for a whole nother hour or so, man.
Hey, man. Hey, you know what? You can keep going. I mean, hey, if y'all want to see him keep going, man,
Yeah.
That's
man. I think this is gonna be good, man. Man, Leo, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you
putting me in.
Yeah. Oh, Odie, stop playing.
Yeah, see, Carmela, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about.
That song is sexy.
Yes, it is.
That song is sexy, man. That's the type you try and close to that song.
That right there. That's if the South was if the South was a woman, that's the theme song right there. To her walking around.
Man, she did. What is that line that he said before we go? What's that line that he said where she looked like a stallion or a pony on roller skates or something? Like, you look like a white horse on roller skates. Something like, I don't remember. I was like, even to this day, every time I hear it, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But man, I don't think that was an actual, like, because nothing really rhymed. I think he was just talking.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe he was. Maybe he was
towards the end, yeah. Well, yeah, he was the whole song when he was talking.
Right, I think he was just talking like blah blah blah. Like, man, now who won with Hollywood Coat? I'm like, damn, I'm like, all right, he's just talking.
Yeah,
and this was one of those beats where you don't even have to rhyme. It's just whatever happens, happens. Yeah, it's like he probably who knows? He's probably like, man, I don't even want to rhyme. We just talk.
That's a cold song. Shout out to Carmela for that one, man. Carmela, she one of those quiet, like, but when she says something, it's like. It's profound, like, or it's like you forget she's in the room, but then she say something, be like, "Oh shit, Carmela, you're right. There you go." Right, she don't want those type of people. So shout out to Carmela for that one.
Right. Shout out to her.
Oh man, it's brother. Whatever you want to do, man. Whatever you want to do with this, I'm with it. I think this is going to be a good format. This is going to be a good platform for us. So let's get it, man.
Jessica, thank you. You guys will be great. You know what? We're only going to be as great as you, baby.
That's right. Jessica will be on there, man. Hey, Jessica doing her thing. She said,
"Oh yeah."
She said, "Damn, what format? I'm about to get on here and talk my ass off, and y'all gonna love it, and we do."
Hey, those be the best shows, man. This be the best shows. Yeah. Get on there and do your thing. Those be the best. I'm pretty
sure she only got like half a cup of that vodka left, so we know what she on right now.
Oh man, don't get me started on that, man. Oh no.
She had a whole handle of vodka, dog, and I'm pretty sure if you see a picture of it now, it's gonna be like it's probably below the Tito sign now. Like that's where she at.
Damn, you got below the Tito sign? Oh man. Damn, happy weekend to you. Oh man. Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, it's gonna be it for me. We'll see you guys on the next show. We'll keep you
Yes,
guys
sir.
posted on everything. Shout out to B-Side Studio.
Thanks,
Shout out to my
listen.
co-host, Mr. John Robinson. Shout out to all the listeners, viewers, and the 4 smiley sideways face crying emojis that Jessica just sent us.
Yeah. Hey, man, shout out to y'all, man. I thank y'all for getting on. I seen a lot of people getting in and on, man. Thank y'all. There's more to come. Hey, let's make this special.
Yeah, stay tuned and rock with us, and hope to see you in the future. And until then, watch your mouth.
Watch your mouth.